Good morning, second grade math students. How are you doing today? It's great to be here with you. This is our last lesson in Unit 11, three-digit subtraction. And in today's lesson, we are working on 2- and 3-step problems. And we are going to do some problem solving and reading and circling the important numbers in story problems that help us come to our conclusions. Okay, let's get started. Here is the I can statement, and it is on page 493 in your workbook. You're going to need your workbook for this. You're going to need a whiteboard and a marker and possibly your base 10 blocks and your place value chart. Right, let's get started. I can solve problems that take more than one step. Okay, we might know these as 2-step or 3-step problems. I can solve problems that take more than one step. Once again, we're on 11-6, page 493. We're going to go ahead and do the solve and share together. And in the solve and share, they're asking you to find the difference and then find out how much more they need. So I'm going to show you how to set that up. First thing you do is you read the story problem. So you read the story problem. Okay? Judy wants to bake 350 muffins. So now circle 350 in the story problem because that's a number you're going to need to know. She bakes one batch of 160 muffins. Circle 160 because you're going to need to know that as well. And one batch of 145 muffins. How many more muffins does Judy need to bake? So, you have to figure out what they want you to know. They want you to know how many she already has, which is the sum of these two. And then they're going to want you to know how many more she'll have to bake to get here. All right, so let's go ahead and solve together this multiple step problem. So we have 160, and I'm going to do break apart numbers, plus 100, plus 40, and then plus 5. Okay, so here I have 260 plus 40 plus 5. So the second part of this problem is 350 minus how many equals 305. So flip those. 350 minus 305 and equals. Okay, or you can do it 305 plus the change unknown equals 350, and here you can count up. So it's whatever works best. So I would put it here and I would count up by 5s. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So I counted up 9 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So I have 45 more that needs to be baked. Okay, let me show you how I did that again. So 5, and I'll show you with the Lorax, the hundreds grid. So we are at 5. So I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So I counted up 45 to get to 350. So Judy needs to bake 45 more muffins. So multiple steps. First, you read it. You circle the important numbers in the story problem. You figure out what to do. And then you do step 1, which was adding and getting the sum. And then you do step 2, which was minusing, to find the difference. Right here. And let's go ahead and practice one more. We can go to the guided practice. And in the guided practice, it says solve the problem. Remember to ask yourself questions to help show your work. Okay. Kim has 455 shells. So read is the first thing you do. Read the story problem. 455 shells. Circle 455. First, she gives 134 of the shells to a friend. So I already know that's going to be minus. She's giving some away. So that's take away, minus. So I'm going to have to find that answer. That's step 1. Then she finds so before I can add the 54, I need to find my difference. So I could do partial sums. 400 plus, partial differences. 400 plus 50. I said sums because you're adding. 400 plus 50 plus 5. You add to get expanded form, but you're minusing 100 plus 30 plus 4. That's kind of hard to understand. But it out, I'm doing partial differences to solve the first part. Partial differences is like partial sums, where you expand it out into its place value, ones, tens, and hundreds. And then you do the function, which in this case is minus. So 5 minus 4 is 1. 50 minus 1, 400 minus 100 is 300. Bring down the plus sign, and then you add them up, 321. So after she gives away 134, she has 321 left. Now she's walking on the beach. I'm going to go ahead, and I see that there is no regrouping, so it's not going to be a very challenging problem. I can go ahead and maybe work across the numbers. So 1 plus 4 is 5, and 20 plus 50 is 70, plus 0, hundreds, is 300. So she has 375 now. let me show you how I worked across the numbers again. 321 plus. So I thought about it and I said 1 plus 4 is going to be 5. There's no regrouping. Once you get regrouping into it, that's when you need to put it into your partial sums. So 1 plus 4 is 5, and I make sure to take it over here to the ones place value. And 20 plus 50 is, so now I have 75. And 300 plus 0 hundreds is 300. And so my total is 300. And that's a different strategy. That's called working across the numbers. Okay, most of the adults in your life probably do that. Most of the that way and do it as well. Okay, so that's it for math with Miss Phillip during COVID. Thank you so much for all your dedication every day. If you were able to log in every day, I know there's a lot of you that have, and some of you just do it here and there when you don't understand something, and that's okay too. I miss you all very much. I'm getting pretty sad this week about it all coming to an end when it was really kind of challenging for me to begin with, but now that I'm actually letting you all go into the world, I'm pretty sad. I know some of you have moved and changed schools already, and maybe more of you won't be coming back. I don't know. But if I do see you in Bagley next year, please take time to say hello to me. This was quite an interesting year, and I'll remember it always, and as I'm sure you will too. These videos will be, I won't take them down, so these videos will be available on YouTube up until the end of Unit 11. Starting Monday, you can log into Pearson Realize, which is now Savas Realize, and I've sent information out to your parents about how it's the same login information, it's just a different name. Instead of Pearson, it's Savas. And you can log in and do all of your lessons until school starts. If you want to do geometry and shapes and measuring length, which we didn't get to do, although we did measuring with time and money, and data graphing and data. Okay, and my class did some of that with our science when we did line plots, so they have already familiarity with that. Okay, I miss you all very much. Have a very great and safe summer, and take care. And you're all with me in my heart, and I think about you all the time and how I miss learning with you in the classroom. Okay, bye-bye.